video. Why? Because I still have so much to share with you before going off to uni, and possibly being so busy I'll barely be able to post. So last week I had a what I eat in a day video, and I also filmed this whole other part about eating sugar in recovery, and my video was just too damn long, so I cut that entire section out. So I decided to just paste that into today's video, and I will, but just before that, a little update, a little introduction. Let's get started. First of all, when I look through my newly created Instagram, I sometimes just scroll through the feed to see what other people are up to, what words of motivation they might have, and I often see a single donut for breakfast, or 2 slices of bread, or for lunch just a tiny helping of rice, or 2 or 3 potatoes, or something like that. And then a comment of, wow, this is so much, or am I eating too much? And I see this really a lot. I just want to say, no, it's not too much. Anything you eat will nourish your body, will nourish your mind, will get you back to where you need to be. So don't worry about it being too much, and it certainly isn't too much. However, when I see these things, I generally don't comment on them because I feel like I'm in no position to comment. Maybe these portions indeed are much for someone, or they feel like much, depending on where they're coming from, or what their body personally needs, or they might just be struggling at the moment. And yeah, as I said, I'm in no position to comment on that. Anyway, I feel like a lot of other people would comment on such a thing, or they might feel bad about themselves when they see such a thing. But why shame other people when you should just be focusing on yourself and your own recovery? Surely their path shouldn't affect yours, and it shouldn't make you feel uncomfortable about your own progress or your own portions or the foods that you eat. Everyone is different, and yeah, that's just something to be accepted. That's life. So for the update, this past weekend I was staying over at a friend's place, and it was awesome. I had such a great time. Yeah, it was great. There I had 3 egg English breakfasts with bread. I had cake with dinner, cake with lunch, cake for lunch. I ate some amazing peanut butter drenched cinnamon rolls. I ate 2 different kinds of pie. I had chocolate. I had so many sorts of cheeses. I ordered a whole pizza for only like the second time in my life at a restaurant, and you know what? I didn't give a shit. I was enjoying myself. I was enjoying the food, the company, and I had a great time. Like, the eating was secondary. Like, I was so busy having fun that, the meals didn't really matter, I guess, and the times at which we had the meals didn't matter. Once I had dinner at 5 o'clock, which was quite early, and that same evening I had another dinner, I guess, at 11:30, so more rice, more cake. I drank quite a few cocktails, which probably a while ago would not have been possible for me, and I enjoyed every last minute of it. It was awesome. In fact, I haven't really heard this eating disorder voice in my head for the past week. Probably not for the past month, maybe longer. It's just I don't know. I can't think that far back, but yeah, probably longer. And it's awesome. This weekend I had quite a few sweet things. I guess a bit too much to my liking, but I didn't care. Like, it didn't make me feel bad in any way. I mean, it gave me quite a lot of energy, so I was pretty hyper all weekend. They must probably think I have some sort of hyper activity going on with the amount of bouncing I was doing and the little sleeping I was doing, but I blame it on the sugar and just the energy rush and the excitement of being there. As I said, in great company with great activities planned. And that's the most important thing. I feel like when you realize relationships, having fun, having plans, socializing, and getting rid of some of that control and some of that worry, that's when you really reach that place in recovery that is so comfortable to be at. The friend I was staying with was quite surprised with my portions and the amount I ate. And when I had a big pizza, he would have a small pizza, or when I would have an extra snack or a bigger breakfast, he would just sit there and watch me eat. But that's perfectly fine. Everyone has different requirements, and yeah, that's perfectly fine with me. Anyway, on to the extreme amounts of sugar in recovery, and the fact that I've gotten quite a lot of questions and comments on when is too much, or shouldn't you just be feeding yourself whole or plant-based foods in recovery. Personally, I do not think so. I do not think sugary foods or fatty foods should be out of the question. However, personally, I don't feel like I eat that much sugary foods. Even though in my What I Eat in a Week video, quite a few sugary foods came up, and I've been talking about them quite a bit because I have lately been eating them more. That doesn't mean I enjoy them more. Personally, I prefer not so sugary foods. This past weekend was very sweet for me. But yeah, it's just that these things shouldn't be out of the question. And I guess let's get to my recording from last week. I got a comment on my What I Eat in a Week video, and I really think that it's a very good, a very important comment. Someone was asking me about the amount of sugar I eat, and that he or she feels like there was really a lot of sugars in my What I Eat in a Week video, whereas on the other hand, he doesn't see a lot of eggs or vegetables or cheese, which are also, of course, like important things to eat. So he or she said that, I'm going to assume it's a he. He said that he is curious whether the diet I'm currently following is based off of some sort of trial error method, or that I'm just trying out something new, or what my ideas are of what would be the best diet for gaining weight, I guess. And I think this is an awesome question, and I felt like I really needed to respond to this question. During my recovery, I've tried quite a few different foods along the way, mostly following what other people told me to eat or following meal plans, and ultimately also starting to listen to my own body and what my own body told me it needed. At the moment, I am also teaching a lot of English lessons where I always get cake or sometimes cookies, and I feel like it's impolite to just not eat them. So therefore, I also eat a bit more sugar. and it's really hot right now here, so sometimes I just feel like having some ice cream or something like that, and I'm not gonna hold off of eating ice cream just because I had cake earlier or something like that. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you liked this video. I hope it made some sense, and you know that you will try this, that you will not fear the bad foods. There are no bad foods, certainly in recovery. Everything nourishes you. Everything will help you reach that better point, and that's what matters most. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, and I hope you will subscribe and like this video and check out my novel. Just perfect. Ciao. Don't forget to subscribe.